breaking news I wanted to bring you as we go into the transfer stories. This comes from the Daily Mail, who say Chelsea are leading the chase to sign Manchester United midfielder Kobbie Mainoo if he leaves Man United.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how madness, isn't it?
What?
Do you know what I like about this story? I don't think it'll happen. Every Man United player is up for sale, essentially, if they're not performing and not delivering. And I fucking love that we've done that as a club. Like, if you ain't performing, don't care who you are, you're gone. Great attitude. What I love about it is all the Chelsea fans online now getting their boy out and having a little, playing with their platypus, right? They got the platypus out and having a little pull because they were the same people 2 weeks ago saying, I think he's well overrated. This just shows you Chelsea fancy him more than Enzo Fernandez. So there we go.
Do you think he's fit? Here's a serious question for you. Yeah, have a drink because it's serious. Do you think that Mainoo fits Amorim's system?
Yes. He will. I think he came back from an injury and he wasn't being played as much as I thought he would. Then he had a really bad game against Wolves. He had an absolute stinker. Again, but the 2 games after that, his performance when he came on against Newcastle I thought was exceptional. I thought he was brilliant against Liverpool in that game as well. And he's still a work in progress. And I like the fact that what it looks like Amorim is doing, and it only looks that way, we've got to give it a bit more time, is that he's not saying to this 19-year-old, I'm going to make you the central figure of the midfield for the next 10 years. It's ridiculous to put that pressure on a 19-year-old for that position. I actually think we should sign somebody else to play alongside Ugarte, and Mainoo is part of that midfield. But I don't want him used. I don't want him playing 55, 60 games a season, starting them all. At his age, most players that are that young that break into first teams are played that regularly. They don't last very. There's a few anomalies. Ryan Giggs started playing at 17, was playing at 40. I think Maldini was quite young when he came into a team. But the majority that start playing regularly at 17, 18 years old, it doesn't end well. So I think he can play it. He played very well at the weekend, played very well second half against Newcastle when he came on. But what I would say about Amorim's system, it's been hard in the opening few weeks because everybody's had good moments and bad moments, but I think he can do it. But what I like is...
I actually do rate him. I just don't know that Chelsea actually play him if he comes to Chelsea.
True.
They've got Lavia, they've got Caicedo, they've got Enzo, they've got Palmer. I don't see where he fits into Chelsea at all. He doesn't get first team.
Maybe would they get rid of one of them?
Yeah, but is he still going to start LB, even if they do?
No. What we're talking about starters, you need to build a squad.
Yeah, but does Kobbie Mainoo want to be part of a squad, or does he want to play first team football at 19?
Say to him, you tell me you can't get in the squad. You're not good then.
Mainoo
you can try to tempt him to get to Chelsea. That's a different question. But in his mind, is he thinking I could be a starter at Man United, where it seems quite settled and happy, or you can go and try and fight for your place at Chelsea?
Well, it's not settled, is it? It's far from settled. Man United. Man United have a history.
No, Man United aren't settled by any means.
No, but the thing is,
but we're only going to sell him if he's not part of our plans anyway. If he isn't right for Amorim, so if he doesn't fit that system. I think that he'd be right to go to Chelsea. But say he joined Chelsea today, people keep comparing him to Lavia. They play different positions, but Lavia's injury record.
That's what he is. He's Caicedo.
I think he's more Enzo Fernandez. He is someone that's more box to box than DM, and I think he's I think I've said this for years. He's obviously 3. He might actually be 5 years younger than Enzo. What is it? I swear Enzo Fernandez is 24, right?
Don't know. Yeah, he's young.
Enzo Fernandez. Let's see how old that boy is. I swear he's 24. I could be wrong.
23.
He's 23. He's turning 20. Well, he's turning 24 in 10 days. Yeah. So there's like 4.5 years difference between the two of them. Mainoo for me will be a better football player than Enzo Fernandez, and I just think that.
Does Mainoo want to leave? Does he want to leave? Genuinely?
No. This story is off the back
of rubbish. I think
there's an element of truth to it in the sense of I think the Man United squad, barring a couple of players, has been told. And this is Barada's thing, which comes from City. So thank you, LB, which is very much, you've basically got 12 months to 18 months to show us you're good enough to be at the club and good enough to be at the level to deliver titles now and in the future, or you're gone. And I think pretty much everybody has been told that. And we have to have that attitude. Man United, and I think Mainoo is good enough. I think he will make it to the highest level possible in football. But there has to be a blanket rule that if you drop below those standards for a particular period, whether you're from the academy or whether you were £100 million signing, we get rid of you. It's what Man United did successfully under Fergie. City operate in that model. All the successful teams operate like that. If you don't deliver, you go. So I think this is Chelsea seeing this news, hearing it, and basically positioning themselves with Kobbie saying, well, if you can't make it there, they want you out, we're ready to take you. But have they got any chance of signing him right now? I doubt it. I doubt Man United. It would take a ridiculous over £100 million to get him out of this Man United squad right now, in my personal opinion.
100 million?
Well over 100 million to get rid of him right now.
What's in that drink?
100 million
water.
for Kobbie Mainoo. Wow.
Well,
everyone's 100 million now. Everyone's 100 million.
I'm saying, with his talent and his ability, this man is an 18-year-old, got a man of the match performance and the winning goal in an FA Cup final. We've just seen him go away to Anfield and boss a midfield, right? So if Caicedo, if Enzo Fernandez, if all these players are 100 plus million.
No. Caicedo's in a different ballpark, mate, to Mainoo.
Not when he was 18, he wasn't. Not when he was 18, 19, he wasn't.
I think 60 mil max.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I'm asking for 100 million. 100 mil.
It's closer to 60. Look, Man United can demand what they want. They can demand 100 million, but they're not going to get that for him. There's no way they're getting 100 million for him. I don't think there's going to any legs at all. I don't think he'll go Chelsea. I think he'll stay.
English tax as well. English tax worth money, innit? Do you know what I mean? Those old endorsements. But yeah, I'd be asking for 100 mil if they want him today.
Grealish and Rice for 100 million. That's what we're comparing him to.
On the other transfers, gentlemen, I mentioned him a few moments ago in relation to Arsenal. Cunha been offered a new deal by Wolves, but hasn't signed it as of yet. Arsenal linked to him. Is that a player that you would like to see come in this January? Do you think that's a sort of a ceiling raiser for you, Potsy?
I don't think it's a ceiling raiser, if I'm honest. I don't think it's one that I look at to go right now. I think we're ready now to go win the league. I think a ceiling raiser. The problem we've got is Arsenal put himself in a position where every single signing that we want is going to be £100 million because Isak's going to be over 100 million. You're going to look at somebody like Kvaratskhelia is going to be over 100 million. You're going to look at somebody in midfield that's going to be over 100 million. Everyone, Florian Wirtz, you're going to look at that. Musiala, all these kind of names that people want to come to Arsenal, we want to try and get in the door, are going to be an unbelievable amount. So you have to be realistic about who can come. I think Cunha's done one of two things. He either wants to leave or he's used us for a new contract at Wolves, which is scary if he's done that. But I will say this. I do think he's a good player. I do. I actually really do rate him. I think he's a good player. I would say, though, I'm not sure how clinical he is because I've seen a lot of misses, particularly last season and some of this season as well. He actually does miss as well a few chances, but he's
definitely improved this year. I think 100%. What he's done is I think Wolves have basically said, listen, lad, we're down near the bottom of the relegation zone. Sign a new contract. We'll double your money and you can leave in the summer on a release clause. Win-win. You get paid more. You leave in the summer.
You're probably right. You're probably right. Because they can't afford to lose him, LB. Because
they can't afford to lose him now. And it's like, yo, bro, we'll pay you some more money now until the end of the season. We'll guarantee you can leave in the summer because we'll put a release clause in there. Everyone's a winner.
I can't really say that that's a mad thing. All I will say is if we really do want him, let's just get it done. If we're serious about it, otherwise move on. Because there ain't long in this January transfer window. Yeah, we're already a week into it already. Yeah, so we've got 3 weeks to try and sort our situation out. If Cunha is someone we want, then let's be serious about it. Otherwise, we move on. If Kudus is the guy we want, let's be serious about it. If it's Semenyo, if it's Brian Mbeumo, if it's not somebody in the Premier League, if it is Marmoush, I think we're coming on to, if it is somebody outside of that, Lookman, we need to get a forward or attacker in, at least one, by the way. I actually think we need more than that, but I've got to try and be realistic because I know how Arsenal do business. So we need a forward line to come in because Sterling isn't good enough and Saka's injured. We've got Ethan Nwaneri, who's I'm being told is out for a few weeks now as well. So actually, we really are struggling for attack-minded players. We've literally got one of Trossard or Martinelli to bring on every game. That's it. So there's nobody in that attack line at the moment that's firing, and there's no one to bring on from the bench that's firing either. So we need to get in a couple of attack-minded players, in my opinion. Cunha's one that I do like. I think it's good that he's Premier League proven. I just wonder how much it would be because they've said that he's going to be a hell of a lot of money. Now, if you're going to have they're going to want 75, 80 million for Cunha, could that be best placed somewhere else? Do you think we could get maybe a Victor Gyökeres with that money, maybe a Victor Osimhen with that money? Would it be better to do one of those two things? I don't know, but that's the question we've got, man. But Cunha, look, I like him, I rate him. I just don't think it's going to take Arsenal across the line type signing.
I hear you on that. Look,